Guys, we are definitely back again for another reaction on this here Mystelics Reacts channel, guys. Round of applause goes out to each and every one of you guys who tuned in to yet another vibrations right there with a $20 bill. You don't know. That is like paper money. That is plastic, man. Plastic by. I wonder if I throw that in water if it will. Anyways, yeah. DA money. Yes, go. We have $5. Get your $5. Alright. Anyways, guys, because it's another situation involving what is taking place involving the Prime Minister and, you know, all the things involving that certain country right there. We actually have an individual who's a lawyer, I think. Yes, definitely a lawyer in the United States. And he's of Dominican descent, guys. And he has a number of things that he wants to say. I think he called Matt in this regard. And, of course, we're going to listen to some of what he has to say right there. I think some of the things that he has done, man, is remarkable across the place. And of course he was one of the individuals who stood with Rosie Douglas and of course tried to do a number of things in Dominica and found it very frustrating when it comes on to trying to do things in Dominica. And then we see our leaders do all kinds of strange things, man, and the people are still quiet, man. But let's take a listen. Well, right there.
Good morning, Matt, and good morning to all our people in Dominica, or beloved Dominican nation at home and abroad. I just want to take a moment to thank you, Matt, for all these years being a beacon of hope for our
people. Big up Matt one time.
Being the home of the patriots, where we try to best we can
enlighten the masses.
Things that are meaningful. Matt, this is not new. It's not new. Look, this regime has relegated our island to the bottomless pit of inequity in way of diplomatic relations.
Oh yes.
Matt, when Alison Maduke, the notorious Minister of Oil in Nigeria, was arrested and it was discovered that she was a diplomat.
A diplomat is an ambassador of Dominica, guys. We have criminals that were ambassadors of Dominica given diplomatic passports by who? The very one who tried to throw Lauren under the bus. Personally, not talking about them. Personally giving it to them. Anyways, let's continue right there.
Have you been advised of that before? No. When the notorious Dragon Society mafia boss in Macau
billions
was arrested by the FBI for money laundering, and it was discovered at the bond hearing that he was a Dominican diplomat. Had it been published in the Dominican Gazette before?
Has it? Has it? I mean, the very one who's giving these people diplomatic passports and you're not seeing what they're doing for Dominica, which because they are ambassadors. Nothing is being reported as a result of this thing. And you don't think that's a problem, guys? Well, let's continue.
No. When Ali Rizal Monferret, the notorious Iranian spy,
billions,
sanctions buster and plunderer of billions, was arrested by Interpol in the Dominican Republic and was discovered.
And guys, you realize these three people that he mentioned there were dealing with billions of dollars, you know. Billions of dollars. It's not millions. Billions. Kind of reminds me of what is taking place with Dominica and the CBI program, where apparently billions of dollars seem to go missing as well. So you say birds of a feather flock together, not true? We can pretty much tell from the friends that he considers his friends, we can pretty much tell that the birds are flocking together.
And he was a Dominican diplomat. Was that something that was known to Dominicans in advance? Not that I know.
And then was there any sort of ceremony to say, okay, we have this person as an ambassador? Was there any to let the Dominican people know, you know, who is the ambassadors of the country? Because we had a number of ambassadors who apparently just became ambassadors secretly. How we don't know who's our ambassador? How? But they're giving diplomatic passport, Papa. These people are now in jail. Alright. I think one of them died. I think the NG Lapsing guy is dead, I think. Anyways, let's continue.
Indeed. So what we see this morning is yet another example of the irresponsibility bordering on criminal misconduct of our government, where if it was not for LRB News and other international media,
if it wasn't for them getting caught or the police looking for them and then they realize, but wait a while, they have our diplomatic passport. That's how Dominicans knew, you know. It's not like they had some sort of ceremony. That when our ambassadors were caught in criminal activities, that's how Dominicans knew they had ambassadors, you know. So you don't think nothing secretive is going on? Nothing at all. You just think everything is how it's supposed to be? Really? All right.
Dominicans would have not known that.
And now that they're trying to take out this whole thing because they realize that that could be a threat, the European Union and the United States realize that this thing can be a threat to them. You wonder why they're doing this? I have my other reservations on this, but it's very clear. I mean, even though I have my other reservations on this, saying that they don't want the Caribbean to make their own money and stuff. They want them to be reliant on the IMF and this kind of thing. That's my own reservations in that thought process. But it's very clear on the other side why they need to stop these things from happening. Because of the different things that these people have been doing, not just Dominica, but Antigua as well. And also Grenada, they say Grenada involved in this kind of things there too. If you listen to the Al Jazeera video, you realize that is the case. A number of Caribbean islands are selling our diplomatic passports and our passports to criminals for them to evade their dirty ways.
We had established diplomatic relations with Syria. Dominicans, my people, dearly beloved, the Syrian regime is a barbarous regime. Bashar al-Assad has killed 500,000 or more of his people.
Yep.
He has destroyed his nation. Today, Syria is an outlaw regime. It's a regime that has been sanctioned because of the use of criminal...
I always hear them talk about sanctions and putting sanctions and this kind of things there. But I understand the sanction vibes. But do the sanction deter anybody from continuing doing what they want to do? I mean, it's not now there are sanctions on them, no? But they're still doing what they want. So what is the point of putting sanctions? Does it work? That's the question I want to ask. Does sanctions work? They put sanctions on Cuba too, you know. Some time back, embark one or the kind of something there. And Cuba still survive. They even developed themselves even better in the terms of the professions, especially involving the medical fraternity. Anyways, let's continue.
Elements in that government to massacre tens of thousands of its own citizens. It's used chemical weapons against its own citizens, and it's done all of that in alliance with the Putin regime. And so at this 11th hour, for a nation to ally with Syria, what are we selling to Syria? Bananas?
That is what I want to know. Why would we align ourselves with Syria? What exactly is the dealings that we could have with Syria? Except try to sell passports. Not the case.
That we do not have for an industry that's been bankrupt by this regime.
Bananas and breadfruits we was going to sell to Syria. I said it would. Anyways.
Plantains. What are we selling to Syria? I believe it's important for Igbo Nazis and Grego Nazis in particular.
They like to talk.
Gentlemen, you are very prone to making statements.
Yep.
Grego in particular.
They doesn't say nothing now.
CBI. Why don't you come on radio, Q95 or whichever radio station and explain to us what you believe as persons with your antecedents in the Middle East, why it is that at this time we've seen fit to ally ourselves with Syria. Might it have to do with the sale of Dominican passports?
Of course.
So that the elite in Syria can escape the sanctions that have been imposed on them?
And let's say that is not the case right there. But we have a track record of that. I mean, he just mentioned 3 individuals involving billion-dollar schemes. So it's not too far-fetched.
Dominicans, all of us are threatened.
Of course.
Many of us for many years have spent our time burnishing the image of our country, trying our best to develop our country.
And our leader is the one that destroying it. But that is something else. We're trying our best to put D on the map. And our leader just destroying it, man. That's and all you just happy with that, or you don't want to be victimized, or you don't want to say nothing, or just letting it swing and then expect things to happen. And when things start happening to all you know, when you decide, you know what, or you want to continue doing your thing, let us put back the visa restrictions. Let us decide, okay, people from Dominica can't come in like they do Cuba and there's all the places. Well, if you escape to Cuba, well, there's a whole other story right there. I will not go into this, but on the basis that the different things have been happening by our leaders of society who doing things, strange things outside in the foreign establishments. And guys, not just Dominica, you know, United States also. You know about the Ukraine stuff with Hunter Biden. Anyways, let me do continue on that one before YouTube take me down, because then social media protect them. They're protecting them back.
Giving our country a good name, sending people to Dominica to invest, investing ourselves, trying to ally with other Dominicans so we can marry our respective human competences to help build our country. And today, Vince Henderson is alleged to be on radio calling people foolish. Why? Because we criticize the misconduct. So we condemn the alliance with Syria. We ask for the immediate termination of relations with Syria.
100%.
We believe that the majority of Dominicans, the overwhelming majority of Dominicans, want nothing to do with the Syrian regime.
What we have there? What is our ties there? What? What we going for? We going for sand or something? What?
We do not believe in barbarism, as Brother Norman Shillingford said. I endorse fully what was said by my brother, Dr. Thompson Fontaine. And today, on behalf of all the right-minded and right-thinking Dominicans who are interested in sustainable development, we ask for the immediate termination of relations
Immediate.
with Syria. And if the government does not want
Not suspend, you know, immediate.
to do that, then we have to compel the government to do so. Because at the end of the day, the government is not operating on its own.
Nope.
It's operating on behalf of the people of Dominica, and where its actions are inequitable.
Well, in this day and age, it doesn't seem like it operating on the people of Dominica, under the people of Dominicana. Because, guys, the kind of things that they're doing outside, what does that have to do with Dominica? Huh? Tell me. With ambassadors, all kind of people that have nothing to do with Dominica. They never do no type of ambassadorial duties for Dominica. Magwesa, we had Vincent. Ambassador, what he do for Dominica? Not a black cent. Not even during Hurricane Maria. The very individual speaking right there was talking about Vince Henderson during Hurricane Maria and what he was doing in Washington, D.C. Nothing. He showed up to 1 or 2 meetings and that was it. The ambassador.
Bordering on the criminal, and the alliances threaten our national security, our peace and tranquility, then we must act. And that is what we are asking for, the immediate termination of relations with Syria. And we also call on Mr. Daru to come and explain to Dominicans why, at this 11th hour, when the world is on the brink of war, because of what is happening in Ukraine, we've chosen to ally ourselves with a barbarous regime.
No, guys, because of the brink of war, I blame the US for that, eh? The US, because they could have stopped this from happening. They could have totally prevent all of this from happening, but it seems like they wanted this to happen. However, in this regard to what Gabriel is saying right there, I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. Dominica needs to not suspend, but totally terminate any relations with what is taking place or what kind of dealings. Because it seems like a number of things are taking place and we have no clue. The Dominican people, all you don't care. I made a video yesterday talking about the rivers of Dominica. All you don't even realize the rivers are drying up. All you don't realize that yet, no? Dominicans don't realize the rivers, the same thing that they are priding themselves on, are drying up and they don't realize that yet. Oh boy, yeah. 10, 15 years from now, guys, Dominica might end up going in drought to it. I say these things and people watch me and say, what are you saying? They're making sense, you know. Yeah, what is saying they're making sense. Because looking like how it was back 5 years ago versus now, it's two different things. It's true, you know. But then you can't do nothing about it. You can't compel your government to do nothing about it. Until when that's the problem with humanity, you know, guys. It's kind of like when you see in a big space, when you pass on the road, they don't have no railings, and you know if you topple over, then people might die going down there. Kind of reminds you of the Penville 5 area. There was no railing at all. They just ended up going over. And after that, they decided to put railing there. I think they decided to if they put railing there at all, well, it's the same situation. Waiting for something to happen. Instead of preventing it, preventative measures. Instead of doing something to prevent the situation from happening. Waiting for something to happen. As I'm saying that, I remember the Taru. On top of the Taru, yes, I think it's Taru, where there was rocks on top there and the rock was falling down and because of a tree, stuck in the tree. Thank God people noticed this, so they went out there and they took down the rock. They took it down. So, but we knew from time to time that this thing was dangerous, but nobody did anything about it. Thank God nobody got hurt as a result of this thing. Thank God for the tree. Thank God put the tree down. Before the rock decide to roll along and cross somebody and jump on somebody's vehicle. Because if that thing land on your vehicle, that's absolute death, you know. There's no maybe, you know. If that gun top that sinking everything. And gravity is a heck of a thing, eh? But anyways, let's continue.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Big up Gabriel, Christian, and Matt for carrying this one. right there. Guys, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? This is just me that noticing the thing, but what are your thoughts, man? Let me know that in the comment box below, right there. Now, guys, I'm sure you guys heard about the ASA BANTAN situation in Guadeloupe yesterday. That was ASA doing his thing in Guadeloupe. People having fun. I suspect it's been a moment since they've been like this, so you can pretty much tell that these individuals were going all out. See that? What are you doing? Anyways, guys, you know, they say after laughter is crying. Well, there was a situation involving that same concert right there, guys. So the concert had to be stopped, I believe. Individuals who sent home, as you just heard. You heard a pellet going off. We consider it a pellet. It's alleged that this individual right there was the one who caused the ruckus in the place. What you going? You go after a while. I don't understand human beings, you know. I don't understand human beings. After a while, it's been a moment since you guys actually had this kind of vibes there, right? And then you decide, you know what? Let me go inside the jam or something. Let me go inside the party and bring a tool. That's the highest logic you can think of. Huh? You mean you're so waiting to do something, you have to go and decide to bring a tool inside there? Nobody to Ted Calbas. Look at him. Hopefully they catch him. You're on camera, so they most likely catch him already. Katia, why you Katia? They calling you Katia. Anyways, so this was after your full moon balsamo. Okay. I think they mean people foolish. So this, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Bad incident just happened there. Look how you trying to start something. Watch that. All right then. All right. Human beings just freak me out sometimes, man. Look another one. In this situation, I think 3 people got injured. I think 1 person did make it. If I have my stats correct, let me do that in the comment box below. We're talking about individuals not make it, guys. Apparently, I heard in Wesley, this has not been confirmed fully, but I heard that this individual passed away in the sea, in the ocean. They have not found the body yet. They have not found the individual. They have not found the individual yet. I don't know how. That's a questionable thing. How did they know that he drowned? How? They haven't found him yet to know if he maybe escaped from wherever. Maybe he went into the sea or whatnot, and people knew, and then they didn't see him. You know, they didn't see him, and you know they decided, oh, maybe he drowned or something, so let's go and sit for him or whatever. They haven't found his body yet, but people saying that he passed away, unfortunately, from the Wesley region. I heard that he was a bright young man, an individual who had a lot of potential. I'm guessing. I think he was going UE or graduated from UE or some kind of thing like that. And you know, he ended up in this predicament right there. Something I've also noticed with individuals who have passed away, they tend to get strokes, and as a result of that, a lot of them have been injected. So it could be a cause of that right there. Maybe he got something in the sea, and you know, triggered something to happen to him, and then he went down. I don't know, but sympathies goes out to his family and friends right there. Some people of mine knew him, so sympathies goes out to you guys in this regard. Right there, man. It's rather unfortunate. Young man, another one going right there. Another one. Yes, sir. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up for this individual right there for at least trying, you know, his best to pursue onwards. It's unfortunate that he didn't get to use it. I don't know if he's gone or not. but based on the reports I'm hearing, that is gone right there. So simply this goes out. Thumbs up this individual. Thumbs up this video for this individual right there. And of course, let me know your thoughts on the things that I discuss here on this here reaction video. And I will see you guys in the next reaction video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for this individual. Like I said before, subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. And I will see you guys in the next one. Be real, be positive, boom bang.